Hey bitches, welcome to episode 39 of Roll for Girl Dinner, where we let the dice answer the age-old question, what should we have for dinner? Today I'm still finishing up on my Pride Month episode, so we'll be using these rainbow dice. And as a reminder, all of the earnings from these episodes will be donated to Point of Pride to support trans healthcare. Happy Pride Month! It's definitely still Pride Month. We're not more than halfway through July. Now let's get started with a roll for red. 4. Mama Lil's peppers. Today I've got the pickled mildly spicy peppers in oil, and we're just going to carefully pick around all of the orange ones that are in here so that we only get red on the plate. It's not called being neurotic, it's called being precise. Next up, let's roll for some orange. 1. Orange. Okay, but how funny would it have been if I had rolled for Mama Lil's peppers again and then had to go pick out all the orange ones that I just avoided? Instead, we just get an orange. Now it's time to roll for some yellow. 1. Pineapple. Well, safe to say that we won't be getting any scurvy today between the orange and the pineapple. But also, sorry to SpongeBob about your house.
Oh no! No!
Moving on to the roll for green. 7. Jundia peppers. Today we've got the very last of my Saniti Jundia peppers, and apparently today's girl dinner is extremely preoccupied with making sure that I get enough vitamin C. Next up, let's roll for some blue. 3. Yogurt. Today I'll be using Siggy's Icelandic yogurt in the very blue flavor of vanilla. You know, like the Tootsie Roll flavor. Blue vanilla. Time to get purple. 5. Purple cabbage. And I will continue to not have to worry about scurvy today. Now let's wrap this up with a roll for sparkling water. 3. Beach plum. If I'm honest, this is the one that I want basically every meal. Now, this could basically just be a grazing meal, but I think we can make it a little more interesting. Hey, wait, even better. Now it's the pansexual flag. I've never been so represented by a girl dinner before. Now let's see, bitches. Of course, I have to gather around the and somewhere around here is my leftover coffee, which I'm about to make significantly less leftover because I need the caffeine. Oh dear God, I need caffeine today. And now let's dig into this very naturally blue-flavored vanilla yogurt. Now, my favorite thing about this yogurt is that it is thick, very, very thick, and it also has very little sugar added, so it has a lot more tartness to it than it does sweetness, and I just don't really like sweetness that much, so it really hits the spot with me. Now, on the thought of sweetness, this pineapple and orange mixture is mid at best. The pineapple's really good, it's super fresh, but the orange is just, I don't know, it wasn't very flavorful, and it just is sweet without much else going for it. Now, this mixture I'm quite excited for. So excited, in fact, that I need to wash the sweetness out of my mouth first. I will not let the sweetness adulterate this flavor combo. It's a little bit spicy, a little bit tangy, very crunchy, so good. It would have been better if I had let it sit for a couple of hours prior to actually eating it. I think the flavors would have melded together really well. But as it is, this is fantastic. This is definitely the highlight of the meal, even with how much I love the yogurt. Now, I did consider putting this fruit mixture in the yogurt, but 1, I didn't want to, and 2, it would have ruined my flag, so I didn't. Also, I hate orange flavors mixed with basically anything that's not citrus. Or champagne. Champagne is fine. I mean, like, if I was going to do this in the future, I would just crush this up and put it in champagne. Either that or I would cut up some grapefruit with it. That could probably work. You know what? Why not both? Regardless, I didn't roll champagne or grapefruit, so this is what we have. And it's mid. Though, of course, I have to ask myself, if I were playing a character who thought this meal would be a 10 out of 10, who would I be? And follow-up question, what kind of monster steals a beloved sea sponge's house just for a meal? Allow me to introduce Zen Venex, who I can assure you has been imprisoned for her crimes, though nobody can quite work out exactly how she went about stealing the entire house. But who knows how a rogue does anything, including but not limited to how she created a couple of psychic daggers while she was locked away in a dungeon, and then how she proceeded to escape said dungeon. I'm sure we'll hear tales of her deeds for years to come. Anyway, if I were her, I would rate this a perfect 10, but as I am not her, I, Kendra, rate this a 7.
This is my meal. I call this girl dinner. Girl dinner.